It started like any ordinary Wednesday morning, calm, quiet, predictable. But by the end of it, homes were burning, people were dead, and a community was shattered, all because of a tree, a few pigs, and one split-second decision. What happened in Maraba Gurku that turned a simple farm dispute into a deadly tragedy? This is Maraba Gurku, a small community in Nasarawa State's Karu local government area. A place where life moves slowly, where everyone knows everyone until that morning. At the edge of the neighborhood, there was a modest farm owned by a mobile police officer. It wasn't just a farm, it was his pride. Piggery, poultry, a fish pond stocked with thousands of fish, and an old mango tree that had stood for decades. And that morning, everything would change. Around 9 a.m., a herder led his cattle into the farm. At first, it looked normal, another trespass, another minor nuisance. But then, the herder began cutting branches from the mango tree, feeding them to his cattle. Nearby, some pigs had already been killed. Nobody knew why. Some whispered it was hatred. Others said carelessness. The officer stepped outside. He couldn't believe his eyes. "Why are you destroying my farm?" he demanded. The herder didn't answer calmly. Voices rose, tempers flared, and then the herder reached for a cutlass. The officer ran inside. Fear gripped him. Moments later, he emerged with a locally made hunting gun. He fired warning shots into the air. For a moment, it seemed the crisis might end. But then, something unaccepted happened. One of the herders charged at him. Caught between instinct and fear, the officer fired again. This time, the shot hit. The herder fell, silent, but it didn't last. Others fled. They ran to alert more people in a nearby settlement. And in a short time, the quiet morning erupted into chaos. Dozens of armed men returned, driven by anger and grief. The officer's house was the first target. Flames shot into the sky. Hereby homes weren't spared. Gunshots rang out. Shouts filled the air. Panic swept through the streets. A neighbor rushed toward the scene and didn't make it. In minutes, a private dispute between two people had spiraled into a deadly clash. By the time security forces arrived, multiple lives had been lost, many more injured. The officer was taken into custody. Authorities tried to restore order, but the damage was already done. Homes destroyed, livelihoods gone, a community forever scarred. One split-second decision, a single gunshot, and everything changed. Maraba Gurku would never forget that morning. For residents, the quiet calm was replaced by grief, fear, and loss. The farm was gone, families were displaced, and a tree that had stood for decades had become the center of tragedy. It's a story about how quickly ordinary life can spiral into disaster. A reminder that anger, fear, and reaction can have irreversible consequences. What would you have done if you were in that officer's shoes? Could one decision really change an entire community's fate? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on the notifications for the latest true crime story.
Hello guys, I've come again. See what we see this morning. This house that you are seeing now is the house of the person that caused the wahala. Fulani people came, those small Fulani that used to carry cow, so they killed the man's pig. So the man was asking them, "Why did you kill my pig? Why did you kill my pig?" This is my side though. This is at the back of my house. The man was asking the boy, "Why did you kill my pig? Why did you kill? What did my pig do to you?" The boy did not even hesitate. He just bring out knife. He brought out knife to choke this man. This man ran inside and carried a gun. Brought out gun. See, people say cars, they burn. He brought out gun and shot 3 times in the air. As he shot 3 times in the air, this boy did not even fear. He was not even scared of gun. That was how the boy just rushed the man again and want to stab the man. Want to stab that's a Fulani boy. Want to stab the man. That was how the man just released the gun on the boy's body. That was how the boy fell. The boy fell, and died. So the other ones that followed the cow now ran back to tell their people that one man has killed their brother. So that was how they came. We don't run tire today. You see where I run, leave my everybody see tear, everybody tear up. That was how they came and started. They first have burned the man's house, see the man's farm, see the fish farm. Where is fishing? They used to do this one during rainy season. This is his fish farm. Okay, now so they came and burned the man's house first. Then they started. This one now is the fowl cage where he's training fowl. This is where he's training fowl. They burned the whole thing. The man ran away with his family. They burned the man's house first. Then they started putting fire. They put fire in the other. They put fire in the other people's, in the other neighbor's house. They put fire there. They burned almost 6 or 7 houses. They render people homeless. They render people homeless. This is what is happening in our area. Fulanis. Look at what they did. Oh, wow. Look at the man too. The man is doing all sorts of farming, animal farms, fish farm. You can see fish now. Fish. This one now is fish. Fish where he's keeping his fish. He still has where he used to keep monkey. He's training all sorts of animals in this place. See how they burn down the place. They burned down the place. That's the place burned to ashes. You know, one thing is that these people, they will not even focus on the person that dealt with them. They will just begin to focus on everybody. Do you know that one man was coming out from his house? The man was telling his children to run. His children ran with the wife. The man was like, come out to come and check what is. That was how they butchered the man. The man died this morning. The man died this morning. They cut the man's head. Cut the man's head. There's only one vein that joined that head that they cut, and the other one. That was how they rushed the man. They butchered the man. They butchered the man's stomach. Butchered the man everywhere. That was how they rushed the man to the hospital. The man died. So you can see, this is another person's house again that they burned. See, the fire is still burning. The fire is still burning. God, we suffered today. I'm just coming back to my house. Honestly speaking, look at. I'm just coming back to my house. Honest to come and rest more. Many people has packed out. So even it was army people when they were doing all this thing. It was army. Police couldn't come. We called police. Police refused to come. So army people, see me here. See me here. See me here. See how stressful I was. So it was army people that came and began to shoot. They came through the back of the place, through that back now. And started shooting.
If not, say police come, they can burn everywhere. Yeah, everybody they run.
Then one, they shot one on the leg. Police people didn't call it. Was army that took over everything.
Not the way.
So they started running. See where
the man know the train.
Monkey. There's one monkey there that fear did not even allow the monkey to come out because of what they did here. It was not.
They don't see the monkey. They for kill him. Maybe they don't see him.
So these army people, they tried for us.
They for kill him.
So many people has packed out. So many people, they render people homeless.